pleased to be joined by the organizers of the parade, Mr. Victor Cabrera. Welcome, Victor.
Thank you, Mayor.
Ms. Carolina Puma. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you, Mayor.
And Mr. Guillermo Piantagorda. Welcome, Guillermo.
Thank you, Mr. Boris.
It's good to see all of you.
Same here.
Now, this is the first time we're doing a parade of this magnitude in the city.
Actually, no, we have in the 1990s, there was another Colombian national, Antonio Trujol, who organized and held over 7 or 8 parades in the city. And it actually had the same path. It started up on Morris Avenue through Broad Street and ended up in Elizabeth Avenue by the Cannon Park. So he did it for several years, and we basically tried to emulate that particular event this year through Colombianos Sin Fronteras.
And tell us about little Colombian Fronteras. You're the president, Caroline?
No, I'm the secretary. Guillermo Piernagorda is our president.
Tell us about the organization.
The organization is a non-profit organization. We are together, we're going to the 4th year, and is being an organization that it was created 3 years ago based on the natural disasters that Colombia had. It. So some business people from the city put together their efforts to help them. And along these 4 years, we have grown, and I'm very thankful to all the members that come to the meetings, work very hard without any compensation, because all the members that we have were volunteers. And now, more than helping Colombians, we have extended our help to other natural disaster countries that have gone through, such as Haiti, and they have sent some help to Ecuador as well, and other different countries. So now, also, besides being the nonprofit organization that's trying to help the more needed, we want to make sure that the culture of Colombia stay marked in the city. We have many descendants, new children that are sons or daughters of Colombians, and we want to make sure that the pride goes along with the new youth, and hopefully we can continue having our organizations with the new generations.
And Guillermo, you're the president of the organization. How long have you been the president?
From the last September to, it's for a 1 year.
1 year term.
Maybe can re-election 1 more year.
Okay.
But this time is maybe 1 year only.
So are you elected by the organization's members? By the members of the organization?
Yes. We have annual elections in September where we elect the entire board of directors, beginning with the president, secretary, treasurer, and so forth. And every member that's elected to the position can hold the position for as long as 2 years, so long as they are re-elected through a regular election every single year.
Okay.
So Guillermo has been in the position for about 10 months now, and he's up for re-election this coming September 30th.
So he could serve 1 more year is how it works, right, Guillermo?
Yes.
Okay. So the Columbian parade, Victor, you mentioned that you've had a parade years ago in the 90s, and then it kind of went away for a while. So tell us, when is the Columbian parade? I know I mentioned in my opening comments, but you want to...
The Columbian parade will be held this, on this 1st of July, this coming Sunday, and it will begin at 11 in the morning. It will begin at the entrance of the City Hall. It will go along Elizabeth Avenue, will turn into Broad Street, and then will end up in Morris Avenue by the Columbian section of the merchants.
Little Columbia, as we call it in Elizabeth, right?
Little Columbia. And as a matter of fact, we intend to have some sort of a symbolic act then with your blessings, in which we are actually putting a plaque near the train station as a token of appreciation of the city itself contributing to the Colombian fortune in terms of business, and we will call it the Colombian district.
Yeah, Mr. Piantagorda, you sent me a letter, I think, on behalf of Columbia Fronteras, requesting the permission to designate a plaque with your organization.
The idea in that case would be to basically memorize the fact that back in the 1980s there were several Colombians that started the business in the city, particularly in the area of Morris Avenue, and that have that actually started a whole growth of Colombian merchants in that area particularly.
The question is, are there any still there?
There are many.
No, that's actually started the business in the 80s.
Yes,
Some still there?
Actually, we have
Same
something
owners?
called Don Ricky Colombian Restaurant, Colombian Bakery.
Ricky Bakery.
He started.
Yeah, I know, but are they the same owners, or have they
Yes.
sold?
No.
They
Yes,
are.
Yes,
Yeah?
they started there. Ricky and his wife Teresa, they're still there. They've been there since 1980, and they're pretty active. They still hold good business. They're well known throughout the community, and they're pleasant to work with. I know I have.
Well, anybody that owns a bakery shop has got to be pleasant, right? I mean,
Well, you know,
cookies and cake and
Of the sweets.
right.
Not that he's paying me for any advertising, but some of the products that he makes are pretty outstanding.
Oh, good.
As far as I'm concerned.
Good, good. Carolina, are you or who is in charge of organizing the groups for the parade? How do they march? Where do they go?
Okay. Guillermo, our president, came with this great idea of having the parade, and obviously it was 100% supported by the board of members. So we decided to create different groups to delegate, and it's an effort of all the members. We have some people that have been in charge of inviting different groups also on this parade. It's going to be something different than the ones that were held before, because we're inviting other communities to join us. As you know, Colombianos Sin Fronteras means Colombian without borders. We're inviting other countries that we are happy to announce that they will be there. Many other Latin countries will be marching with us. With their beauty queens, their folklore, their dances, and obviously the traditional culture of Colombia as well.
So, Ms. Pendegar, how many people you think are going to be marching on Sunday?
In the march, maybe 30,000.
300 to 400.
300?
300.
Oh, in
Marching.
the march, 300.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'll be fun. So they're coming from all over, in other words, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We haven't limited to Elizabeth only. Most of the people are coming from all New Jersey.
So why did we pick Elizabeth for this parade?
Well, I believe Elizabeth is one of the, in Elizabeth, the Colombians have been there for many years and is one of the strongest and fastest growing communities. We also want to bring business back to the city, since Morris Avenue is one of the more Colombian streets, let's put it that way, where all the business have been concentrated. We will end our parade there, so we can help all these business that have been there or that they are there with all the people that we expect that will join us on the parade.
Yeah, we'll all be there celebrating food.
I'd like to add to what Caroline said. 4 years ago, in 2008, most of the merchants that started Colombianos Sin Fronteras were from the city of Elizabeth. They're the ones with their altruistic spirit that created Colombianos Sin Fronteras, and ever since Colombianos Sin Fronteras has stayed with its base in the city of Elizabeth. So now we enjoy the fortune of having a lot of communities known Colombianos Sin Fronteras, and we feel that with this experience of the parade, we'll be able to expand that image and the respect that we feel proud of receiving from the community.
We're going to do a few commercials. If you stay with us, we're going to come back and talk more about the parade on July 1st.
Okay.
For Victor, Caroline, and Guillermo, please stay with us. After these messages, we're back more about the Columbian Parade on July 1st in our city. Welcome back to our city, where I'm joined by Guillermo, Caroline, and Victor discussing the Columbian Parade here in our city on July 1st. And Victor, we'll start with you. The organization of this parade is actually tantamount to the success of the parade. So who's organizing it and who are the supporters?
Well, the organizer is Colombianos Sin Fronteras. As we said before, it's an organization in the city, and we are reaching out to the community in order to enhance the participation and the nexus of the community with the organizations. The supporters are obviously the city of Newark, with yourself, number one, because
City of Elizabeth.
The city of
Yeah.
sorry,
That's okay. We don't want Corey to get upset with us.
I work in the city in Newark, that's why I'm sorry. Yourself as being one of the big supporters of the parade, because obviously the permits and everything has to come through your offices. And we also have merchants that are supporting us through the purchases of commercials that we air through TV commercials or radio commercials, newspapers, and so forth. Those are the ones that help us with the economic factors in the parade. And we have other communities throughout the state of New Jersey that have supported us and are essentially will be parading with us. They have provided us with a lot of the inspiration that we need in order to continue this.
So Caroline, who helps raise the money for this event to get all the ads for
yes, the sponsors.
On the radio?
The sponsors. We have sell or ask them to participate and contribute. Each company that is marching with us are paying a fee, is a donation pretty much for Colombianos Sin Fronteras, and obviously to cover all the costs that this has. I would like to add that the city of Elizabeth, being this the first parade that we're doing, has been a tremendous support, guiding you and informing us what we need to do it in such a short period of time. We were able to get our permits without no delay, and I think that's something great that the city of Elizabeth has to support other communities. And I want to let be able to other communities to know, because sometimes they think it's too hard to get a permit done or it's impossible, and the mayor and the staff has been very, very helpful. Also, I would like to thank the police that have been a great support as well.
Mr. Pantagorda, do you get on the phone, help raise some money for this event?
Yes.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's hard, but I believe the sponsors and the people who wanted to participate believe in the idea and trust Colombianos Sin Fronteras. That they believe that it's going to be a great success.
We have many companies from the other states coming from Connecticut and Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Want to join with us for the parade.
Good. And that's going to help make a lot of people there. So what do we expect to see along the parade route besides people? Hopefully lots of people, right?
One of the main reasons of this is the cultural part. We want to expose the great culture that the Colombians have. A lot of dances, a lot of music. And it's
Colombians like to dance, right?
Yes. It's going to be a lot of ethnic dances, and we want to show all the cultures of different regions of Colombia. And we wanted to know, for people to know that this is a family event. We're going to have children, we're going to have musicians along the parade, so they can feel very comfortable joining us.
Good. And activities after the parade, you talked about going into the restaurants. That's
We have an activity after the parade, which essentially is the recognition of a couple of merchants in the city, and the erasing of the plaque in the train station. Then in the afternoon or late afternoon, we will have kind of what we call a viejoteca, which is a folk dancing or some sort of a dancing where people can actually enjoy and show the skills in the dancing area. We're going to do that at one of the local places here.
Anybody here dancing?
We all dance.
We all dance.
And we want to encourage people for lunchtime, since our parade is going to be over around lunchtime, to stay and taste the great food and the
some great restaurants on Marcy.
Flavors that they have on
absolutely
Morris
great
Avenue.
restaurants. Yes. Who's going to be walking the parade? What kind of groups? What kind of people?
We have several groups. We're going to have the dignitaries of the city. We're going to have dignitaries from the Colombian consulate. We're also going to have several people that are well known throughout the New Jersey communities in the Colombian leadership. And we'll have groups from Bolivia and other countries. I believe Uruguay is going to have a big turnout. Bolivians are usually good for participating in big parades, and they come in big chunks of participation. So
a lot of Bolivians are coming. They seem like a group that wants to party here.
They usually fill up every parade that I have personally witnessed, and it's great. I mean, these people are very proud of what's showing their culture.
So we celebrate the history of Colombia, but also with all of these other groups from South America coming, they're actually celebrating South America as well.
Correct. There are several countries in South America that have the independence. Venezuela is the 5th of July. Then we have Ecuador, and I believe in Peru as well. There's 4 countries that.
Uruguay's in August.
Uruguay's in August.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
The Colombians Fronteras for the parade, the benefits for the organization is you get to highlight your organization as well in taking a lead in Colombian culture.
Correct. That to us is almost like an open house in the jargon of real estate. We want the community to know more about us and to know that we're there to present a good picture of the community, and as well as recruit more members of the community to help us in our goals.
Is this a rain or shine event?
We have a rain date, but I think we already requested a good day, and we will have a good day.
Who put the order in for the good day?
We did. We all did.
Long time ago.
We all did.
Long time ago.
We all are praying, and
it's got to be a huge task to put this effort together,
Well,
and then worry about the weather.
Yes, yes,
God
absolutely.
permitting, we'll have a good day for that day.
Because I came back from vacation in Florida, and the second week I was there, it rained almost every day. And whoever heard of it raining every day for a couple of hours,
Hours,
not only for half an hour, but 4 or 5 hours at a time.
I too came back from Florida yesterday, and it was raining half the
Right.
time. I was in Orlando for
So you know.
seminars, yes.
Yeah.
And that hurricane, Debbie, is kind of embracing the whole Gulf Coast.
That's right. That's right.
Worst scenario rain day will be July 8th, but we hope that we can do it on July 1st.
Yeah,
July
we
1st.
check,
Yes.
we check the channel weather already. It's 82 degrees that day.
So Elizabeth is a melting pot. There's a lot of different people who live in the city of Elizabeth. What is the Colombian community's message to the Elizabeth community on this day of celebration?
Oh, the message is join with us to celebrate the parade. It's a big celebration for us because it's the first activity for start the Independence Month, the Colombian Independence.
Yeah, this will be the grand opening pretty much for all the celebrations of the independence of Colombia, and we want to invite all the community, not only from Elizabeth, but from around the state to join us and to come and see the richness of the Colombian culture.
We're also fortunate that the Colombian community actually has a lot of ties with different other communities. In our own organization, we have Cubans, we have Ecuadorians, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and people.
Well, don't forget Caroline. She's
Ecuadorian.
right. Oh, you got her covered. Okay.
And my own wife is Cuban, so we have people from different countries that actually support and believe in the culture, and also believe in the link between the communities itself. We feel that we are all one community, and also the idea will be for the community at large.
And did empanadas start in Colombia?
I'm not sure what the beginning of it is, but we'll take the
You'll take the credit?
That's
We'll
a
take the
tough
credit.
question. That's like what was first, the egg or the chicken? That's a really tough
We'll take the
question.
credit. You know, depending on the part of Colombia, because Colombia has different regions and each has a different kind of food, but we all happen to have empanadas as one of the dishes. So
Now, empanadas are served basically in every country in South America, correct?
pretty much,
Pretty much.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Mexico, I believe they made them with they make them with corn dough as opposed to or with flour. I forget. I'm not into culinary things. So.
Now, I have to tell you, during the campaign that I just came through, I was going door to door, and Georgette Gonzalez actually brought out some homemade empanadas one day on the campaign trail. I never had homemade before. I always had the ones in the store. So the homemade ones are really good,
That's good.
right? Yeah,
That's good.
they're special. The homemade
Oh,
ones.
they got several restaurants in the area that make them well, and they I could say.
I didn't mean to
that-
pick on the
No,
restaurant.
I know, but I'm telling you, there's a lot of the empanadas from the restaurants here. They don't have anything to envy homemade empanadas.
okay.
They're good.
So is it too late to join the parade if people wanted to join?
No.
No,
they,
They
you know,
they can still join us on to tomorrow actually, because tomorrow will be the deadline. they can contact us at
And how do they do that?
at 973-445-0043 or at colombianossinfronteras@hotmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to add them on the list.
We have a page in Facebook as well that people can see exactly what we're doing and so forth, so they can send us a message through there and give us the idea or the desires to join.
Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us on the show. And I look forward to marching with you on July 1st and celebrating Colombian culture in our city. Thank you for being here.
Mr. Mayor, thank you for the opportunity, and we would like to invite the whole community to join us on Sunday at 11 o'clock. It will be a good time. We'll have good weather. It's ordered already, so that
Good.
making sure
And we want to do
everything's
the invitation in Spanish as well.
Oh yes, I can talk to something.
I think we got to wrap it up. I think we got to wrap it up because
Okay.
we're almost out of time. So,
Oh, okay.
so for Victor, for Carolina, and Guillermo, I want to thank them for joining us on the show. Look forward to seeing you on July 1st and celebrating Colombian culture in our city with the parade starting at City Hall at 11 o'clock. We'll see you next week on another edition of Our City.